What's up, weirdos? Shadetree Surgeon here, back up at the Ride Factory with my good friends here, and we're doing another installment of the Would You Ride That? Someone called me up, said they had a pretty cool chopper that they had just finished helping a guy put together. This thing is absolutely mint. So I definitely, when she said come up and test ride it, no problem. It is for sale, so I'll talk about that a little bit later. You can always call them up and ask about it, but when somebody says, hey, come up here and ride an awesome brand new chopper that we just put together, I ain't saying no. So I'll tell you what's really kind of crazy about this bike is it's titled as a 2019. It's got a DNA frame. It is a soft tail, but it's got a DNA frame, so it's not a Harley frame. Obviously, it's a Harley motor. It's got a twin cam in it. But this is essentially a brand new motorcycle. Got that 6-speed in it, too. That's wild, and everything is powder-coated. Like you see on this motor, it is all been done. Of course, it's Florida, so we're starting to get a little bit of raindrops here. Here's enough jaw-jacking about this bike. Let's take it out. Again, this is like everything my chopper isn't, because it's still a completely custom motorcycle. It's still completely beautiful, but it's got a soft tail. It's got turn signals. It's got mirrors. It's got all those little things that a lot of people bitch about my motorcycle not having. Oh, and electric start, too. That's pretty nice. All right, let's see what this thing is made of. Man, it's low to the ground, but I dig that. You can't not feel like a total badass when you're on a chopper like this. Give me a freaking break, dude. This is super tough guy stuff right here, man. This is pretty awesome. Oh, it moves. It moves. Oh, all of a sudden hitting these bumps on these little back roads, you're pretty glad this thing has a soft tail on it. Like I said, this is like a chopper, a custom chopper. You know, it's no factory chopper. This was completely custom built. But this is a completely custom chopper with all the creature comforts. Well, I mean, I say creature comforts, but stuff like actual suspension, a motorcycle with electric start, it's got turn signals, like basically the whole deal. I mean, if you're that was one of the big complaints about my chopper, is that it doesn't have all these little bells and whistles. Of course, a lot of guys are going like, really, you call turn signals bells and whistles? Give me a break. Yeah, this is 100% a tough guy chopper right here. Already breaking necks, man. Let's hope no cops pull up behind me, because I neglected to put a tag on this thing. Riding dirty right now, but on a tough guy chopper like this, is there any other way to travel? Oh! Alright. Just a little bit faster. Just a little bit faster than my 650, I would say. There's something to be said about having modern engines and choppers too, man. This thing's a ripper. I just want to get off of it and take a look at it while it's just sitting here and idling, man. This really is a cool looking bike. That is a good looking bike, man. I don't know if it's 100% my style. Like, if I was building a bike, this wouldn't be the bike I would build. But you gotta appreciate it. You gotta appreciate that everything's done, that everything's perfect and nice and powder coated. I mean, this is really, really a good looking machine. They're asking $14,500 for it. It's not cheap, but you know, when you got I mean, this is a brand new motorcycle. This is brand new. This is titled as a 2019 brand new bike. So, yeah, what do you expect for something that's done like this, and every detail on it is this nice? Yeah, it's a 14.5. It's so weird getting onto it. It's so low to the ground. That's crazy. You get on it and ride, and like, yeah, it's raked out, and it's got a big front wheel, so the turning radius ain't exactly great, but I mean, things rides like a brand new bike because it's a brand new bike. I'll tell you, this thing is a neck breaker. I've just been kind of riding around this neighborhood. I'm about to take it on the road and get up to a little speed and see what it feels like, but just riding around the neighborhood, everybody turns to look at this bike. If getting stairs is your thing, this is the bike for you, man. We got the fuzz up there. Let's take a little shortcut this way so he doesn't stare at my non-tag having ass. Like I said, I'm breaking necks out here, but it ain't the cops' necks I want to break. Oh, here's something you can't do on my chopper, at least not comfortably. Go down a brick road. Not that this thing has got the most suspension travel in the world, but having a soft tail rear end back there, a little more comfortable. All right, let's get this thing back to the ride fire. I gotta be careful on these wet roads too, because like I said, 2019, they said it's got less than 50 miles on it or something like that, which means these tires have less than 50 miles on them. So engine's got a lot of torque. I don't need to be goosing it out here in the wet roads. Something tells me that speedometer might be a little bit off. Oh man, just cruises right down on the road, man. It's weird. I'm so used to being on my 77 XS 650 hardtail that I get on this thing, and I know it's wild looking. So is the XS. That turns heads too. But when it's this wild looking and it just drives around like a totally normal motorcycle, what a weird feeling. I'm keeping sort of like, why doesn't this thing suck? Why doesn't it suck to drive around? Because it's brand new, that's why. I know there's plenty of guys out there who will make the argument that, keep choppers sketchy, and it ain't a chopper if it's got turn signals and mirrors and electric start, but, I might even be one of those people sometimes. But there's definitely something to be said for a bike that does everything a chopper does, which is look cool. Everything. Yeah, it's look cool. That's what choppers do. Choppers look cool. That's about it. But it's also turn signals, mirror, electric start, actual suspension. Because I know a lot of guys, that's what they want, and it might not be my thing. Like I said, this wouldn't be my bike, but man, I can certainly appreciate it because I can pretty much appreciate anything that's been done well. And I think that this bike has been done really well. Don't hate, appreciate, baby. Come on. I don't know. That's just me. And a lot of people are going to hate on it because, again, it's got mirrors and turn signals and all that stuff, but I don't know. I think it's a pretty cool fucking bike. Anyway, if you're interested in this thing, go ahead and hit up Summer at the Ride Factory. Tell them old Shade Tree Surgeon sent you. And even if you don't live here in Tampa, they do ship, I believe, actually worldwide. So you can get this sucker delivered anywhere. I'll have all their number and all their information listed down below if you want to call and ask a couple questions about it. Until next time, y'all, keep it weird.